and stage one is complete. That gives the one. I'm sorry. Give me a sec. The the 5 car probably your boy Chase wins stage one. Mike RPM, Flash 9, Sludger, Aqua, Marley, Wardburton, DK, Redhead or Racehead, and Robbie Racing rounds out your top stage number one, gentlemen. Oh, I was sorry.
So here's going to be stage two. It's going to be about 79 laps, and I mentioned that because the estimate on the fuel here is about 41 laps. However, that's a little bit deceiving here, Nick, because for whatever reason on NASCAR Heat 5, over it doesn't really truly track what you have in the tank. It's about a lap and a quarter of what you use every lap you're around the surface. You see the 43 car around the wall.
Yeah, and there you see, you know
Why?
what? Everyone's having fresh tires. Everyone has their ants are out of their pants. You know, it's stage one's over. Everyone's getting a little dicey in there. Now we see the 37. He has his repair all or his repair damage. That's all good now. He's ready to
Oh,
rock and roll. Whoa!
think yourself, Robbie just nipped the wall there pretty severely. He's going to go all the way to the
And he's
tail
going to
end
take a
as they
three.
are
He looks like
three
he's taking a
wide.
3. Yep, almost took a 3 wide, but my goodness.
Everyone's going to quickly funnel to single file here. That turn two there, it kind of jets out at you. Now,
Oh, it does.
we see this first battle there for position between the 8 and the 2 car.
Right now, I
Ward
was.
Burton there on the bottom of the racetrack there. Marley, excuse me, Bad Fast trying to do what he can up top. And behind him, you have Rick Warecars. That's the 8 car. Gets into the side of the 2. My goodness.
Almost
The
4
second time
wide.
we've seen the 2 get muscled. And they are almost 3 wide there. This is going to get jumbled in a hurry.
Oh, for sure. And you know, right now these guys are just, you know, I just said they don't have any more ants in their pants. Well, now they do. The back half have ants in their pants.
I like what Ward Burton did, though, in that 8 car. He kind of gave the position back to that 2.
That is
Oh,
respectful.
but my goodness, now the 2's going to hit the wall. Now the 8 car almost has to take evasive action. I don't know if either of these guys really wants to lead this pack. Things are trying to settle down for them. And behind them, you see Teddy in that 53 car just nip the wall right in front of the 51. Or excuse me, that was DK Brown in the 53 in front of Taddy in the 51. Both those were racing cars.
And right now, turn 2 is one of the trickiest turns in this track. You know, once you come down that backstretch, you know, and you see that wall, and here comes a battle for the lead. The 1 car, Mike RPM, to the lead here.
Taking it for the first time today, you saw the 5 car Royal Chase travel way upstairs. I refer to that as no man's land right there. Luckily, there really is no grip there up in the marbles, but not going to lose the race car there. He'll just settle back behind in the 4th position there. I have to wonder if that was intent. But yes, Mike RPM in that 1 car has now taken the lead in front of Flash 9. He said in that 18 has made the most out of his pit stop there. He's traveled all the way, or excuse me, that is not right, that is the 43. Our pole setter there. He said is actually further back in this battle as it's in the wall hard after contact with the 37, and he's going to take the 44 Robbie with him.
Oh, no.
Yellow flag, number 2.
First one for an incident. Oh.
There was contact that sent the 18 car into the turn 4 wall. He jetted back out in front of traffic, and the 44 car had nowhere to go. Both cars heavily damaged on the right side, and our second caution of the night is out as a result.
Oh man, that is a lot of damage to the 18, and boy, that just Mike RPM just take the lead there, and then get caution because I had just taken the lead away, gentlemen.
So I had mentioned here how the stage here over our here that first stage was about 41 laps. This one almost double that, 81. We started with just a shy of 70 laps. That means these guys will have to make a green flag pit stop in the midst of this second stage. The green flag is back out. Mike RPM at Flash 9. Lead him back down to the green. The rest of the field behind him. Oh! Flash 9 gets into the pole and rides the inside wall in a Honda spots. Trying to merge back in front traffic.
Oh boy.
Continuing to lose pace there.
Yep, here they go. The 8 cars to the wall.
The outside wall as well.
Oh, Taddy! 3 wide. Taddy's in the middle.
These starts are going to take our breath away here, folks, tonight. You see the 51, the 43 going back. That's Rick's also finding the outside wall just behind him. But Flash 9 got into the outside wall, bounced and the 43 car started first. Is now all the way in the tail end, fighting just barely inside. And is there a little bit of damage? I don't know. He was able to come out unscathed, just a loss of track position right there. That just a mistake made by the 14 of Flash 9 there. 43 car, just unfortunately, was the victim that had nowhere to go because of it. The flux in that 43 car has enough pace, I believe, in that car to try and get caught back up. That's why our voices go up and off here on these restarts, because we know how jumbled the field can end. Actually, the 43 car is going to find the wall again. Here comes Aquatati in the 37 to take advantage. The 43 car not having the type of race he wants at all in stage 2.
Yeah, you mentioned really well.
Still watching free fall through the rest of the field here. He's lost. But now 8th and 9th, barely hanging on inside the top 10 here. Needs to regroup. I mean, how hard is it? You've had a fast race car, you find yourself with trouble. How hard is it verbally to try and settle down and get back into a rhythm, especially here at
Yeah, you mentioned really well, and I'm telling you what, right now if this was the final stage, it would be go time. But right now, it's stage 2. These guys have like a lot of on their mind. So right now, you got to find your way around the field, and there you see, we mentioned some guys who were inside a good position. Right now, look at Mike RPM just pulling away. How about the 2 car? Is he third? That is the 2 car. Marley, good recovery, running inside the running in the 3rd position.
You're absolutely right there in front of DK Brown, who's trying to make up desperately after having some Wi-Fi connectivity issues last week that saw him earn stage points at all. Connecting there at Michigan. Nice to see him running along in the 2nd position there. Came out of Kansas pretty well, earning a 2nd place position there, but wants a really good day to try and get himself back into that point battle. And these guys have been able to run away from the 5 car, Victor Bro Chase just behind him. The 8 car, Ward Burton, doing a great job there trying to come back from that earlier issue in stage 1, and as you had mentioned there, that 2 car doing a great job running along in the 3rd position. I believe we're going to see in this race a lot of comers and goers, those that have been able to make the most of the restarts there and solidify their position, and then the goers are those guys that did not. Mike RPM still in front here, about a 1 car length lead, not very comfortable. If you could ever be comfortable here at.
Oh, someone's down there. It's Aquatati. Something's up. He was on the apron, well on the apron. Something's up with Aquatati, and boy, I'm telling you, Aqua is not having a good night here at Dover. And you know, I don't know what happened. I don't know if he was just letting everyone go or if something happened.
You're right, he has lost a number of positions there. It's fallen all the way to the tail end of this field. Something amiss here for the driver that owns this league and runs this here. His Ricker Racing teammate, though, inside the top 5. He will have to gather it back up, work his way up pretty hard here if he's going to get any type of stage points here in stage number 2. He found the wall again on the exit of turn 2. Back up front, we're seeing back getting underneath.
Yep, here comes Flash 9. Can he clear him? Yes, he can. New leader, Flash 9.
Flash 9 so far has been an early favorite here for the championship, has won a stage in every race that we have ran. And if he gets one today, he would extend that streak to 3. As we see the 2 car there worked up the racetrack made by DK Brown, who now is in the 3rd position. And there's Ward Burton trying to crack the top 5. Road chase, though, in that 5 car. You know what? I believe this is the strategy call on that 5 team. I believe that he's trying to save tires there. We really saw him come to life there toward the end of that run. Now, we will have a green flag pit stop. That will still have to be made here by these guys. But as we near that green flag pit stop here, kind of halfway in this stage, look for that 5 car to really come to life.
So much for Dover, you know. I think right now, you mentioned, I think that 5 car is saving, because what you gotta do is save tires most of the time. But, you know, other tracks you gotta save fuel, other tracks you gotta save tires. I mean, this track you have to save tires and fuel.
Riding on board 14, taking a look back at your top 5. Just out of the view there, right there is that 2 car. As we have just 50 laps remaining. The fuel window will open up in 10 laps here, but I like to be a little bit conservative here. When I'm running at Dover, I like to make sure I'm well within the fuel window here, because even pitting early, you can knock yourself down by a good 2 laps just because of how it's calculated here at this racetrack.
Most definitely. And, you know, you know, your tires are probably already bald right now, but, you know, they're maybe around the 40 to 50% area right now. But honestly, I don't really see anyone coming to pit road this early. As you mentioned, that's going to lose you probably a lap or 2. So,
well, and that'll be kind of where these guys will be running on the needles there, Nick, because when you go down pit road, you don't just lose 1 lap, you lose 2. And if a yellow flag comes out, and we do have computer control cautions here, we've already seen one here in this stage, it could easily trap you down lap. The risk versus reward here, the risk is going 2 laps down, but the first person that's on pit road versus everybody else, they are going more than a second faster on newer tires here, so they can extend that gap very well. So we'll see who's the first taker on pit road here to take advantage of those new Blue Eagles.
And here you go. We have
that pay window will open up in about less than 10 laps here. We're at 47 here to go.
And right now, I mean, I'm looking right now, as you see, a non-Chevy inside the top 5, I believe, is our leader, Flash 9. Then the rest of them are Fords Chevys. Chevys are, you know, I would say Chevy may have a good chance. But, you know, it's stage 2, you know. You never know if a caution may come out and your driver may get pushed back or something. You never know.
47 there, KB Showtime. Holcomb, these teammates there. Not having the best of days here at Dover. They've been kind of hanging around there, kind of in the bottom half of the field, trying to make the most out of this run, just behind the 38 and 51, who has made up some ground, but not in spots, after an earlier issue sent him to the tail end of this field.
And we got a battle for a position. It's between the 18 and the 44, Robbie versus Racehead, and I'm telling you right now, Racehead is just
taking the longer way around too.
He is. He's taking that high side, and we got the 47, the 51, and the 38. Goodness gracious.
This battle here, I believe, is for 9th row on the racetrack. As the 44 car fighting back once again. And that is tough, especially on the outside here. Not a lot of grip in that outside lane here, but with custom race setups, something might be agreeing on that 18 car that keeps them right side by side with the 44 car. They're raced down at over 150 miles an hour. Look at the 18 almost try to pin that 44 car. You can make up some significant ground. I like personally being on the bottom of the racetrack because you have the apron to kind of guide you there, Nick. But if I am on that high side, I'm doing all that I can to kind of keep that guy in his lane, and I think that's what the 18 car is trying to bank on. However, you see him go way wide there on turn 3 and 4, and he'll lose his position there to the 44 car, who ultimately prevails on the inside line.
Yeah, that's a... You see, now they're getting single file, but here comes the 18. He's like, excuse me, sir, why... I don't want... I'm trying to bow here, but here... Look at Aquatati right now in that 51. He's battling the beast, you know. I don't know if, unfortunately, last night... Oh, whoop, 38. The beast hangs on.
Yeah.
But I think last night...
along in the tail end of the field. Oh, the 37 and the 18.
Wow, 37. Woo, 37. Boy, good save. And maybe I think right now the pit road should be open very soon, maybe in the next 5 laps.
Yeah, I believe you are absolutely right there, Nick. The fuel window here going to be open.
Up, here comes Flash 9. Here comes Flash 9. There you go. Here he comes.
Risk versus reward. We've seen this out of the 14 and the 2 car. Keep in mind these guys have got to make sure they get down to 35 miles an hour. Also, a yellow flag cannot come out here. Road is going to be Flash 9 in that 14.
And right now that gives the lead back to the 1 car. And I think right now a lot of guys have not yet... this might start the green flag cycle as Mark RPM takes the lead, and I'm looking back through the field, and yep, there's the 14. He's just entered his stall, and here comes the 5.
Sunoco fuel on all these guys.
The 5
back up front. The 5 has been able to wrestle the lead away from Mike RPM. That 1 car, just I had mentioned before here, a very good long race stretch on that 5 car. The long race setup, but those guys that went down pit road, they've now gone down 2 laps.
And you can make those positions up in a heartbeat, because think about it. Some of these guys right now, let's say the 1 and the 5, they pit right now, and those other guys pit right now. That would give them the free... They would get... One of those guys would get the free pass. The other... Well, one would get 1 of their laps back. The other would be 2 laps down. But don't
They would probably get the wave around there.
They would, yes.
If a caution could come out, but they would only get 1 lap under that, and being 2 laps down here, that's the risk.
Here comes Robbie. Robbie racing, and looks like the... Is that the 5? Oh! Trouble! The beast! Uh-oh! Coming onto pit road. He was wrecked on pit road. Oh boy. He's got a lot of damage on the right side. And I tell you what, that is going to lose him a bunch of time. Here comes Showtime. Showtime's on pit road. Slugger, he's coming on. There's the 37.
He's continuing to be up there. Mike RPM in the 1 car. He was 2nd. He is now in. These are all green flag pit stops here as we ride on board Flash 9.
Here comes Aquatati. The 5 car yet has to pit.
Has not pitted yet. Ward Burton also as well in that 8 car. Just behind him.
Now, you see a lot of these guys coming off of pit road. Now that if no one's near you, you are good to go. But if someone's there, if someone is coming up, then you probably got to stay all the way onto the apron.
You can see as we ride on board with the 5 car there, who has shown no signs of going down pit road yet.
I'm seeing right now the Beast has got the leader in his sight, and right now he, like I mentioned, he lost a bunch of time due to that entrance of pit road. And I tell you that if that was the final stage and that was your pit stop, that would have been your race right there.
The 8 car is going to bail out on those old tires, and he is going to go down pit road, leaving the 5 car on the racetrack. And you can see just behind the 1st car that made it onto pit road, that would be the 14 of Flash 9. Meanwhile, the guy that was on pit road just behind him as well, the 2 car of Bad Fast, has now slipped back all the way I'm not so sorry. I was going to mention here, he might have had a pit road speeding penalty there. We'll keep an eye on that.
Here comes the 18. Uh-oh! 18. Oh! I don't know if that was net code, but I saw a little bit. The 18 just hit the 8, and that might have lost him some time there.
I'm sure that's just getting on the pit road right there.
Oh, I think so. And here comes the 5.
So our leader, we work our way back, is going to go down pit road right here. Now the field will flash by here. He stayed out the longest on those older tires. Will that propel him to take advantage of the newest tires on this cycle? The only cycle of green flag pit stops he's had here tonight. There's Flash 9, who will now, if the yellow flag were to come out right now, he would be on the lead lap.
So right now it's 29 laps to go in stage. I think it's 29 to 28 laps to go left in stage number 2. I don't know. I'm trying to get through the field right now through Aqua Stream right now. The leader is still the 5, and everyone is still trying to get their laps back.
There we go. Now, the 51 car has actually not been onto pit road right there. Or excuse me, he has. So the 14 is now your leader.
Yes, now I see that now. Yes, I do. Now I see that. Flash 9 is the race leader.
Risk versus reward. We were talking about how those newer tires there, who would be able to take advantage of them first, will it pay off? Flash 9 has been able to do that. There you see him about a good 2.5, making almost 3 seconds in front of the 1 car, Mike RPM. However, those new tires there are only going to hold on for so long. The question is, will the guys behind the 1 be able to reach him? Well, the guy that I want to keep an eye on here would be the 5 car. Rotate he on the other side of that strategy as we see the 4 car make way for him. He has been turn 2, trying to desperately make up some needed time there, but he has the best tires inside of the top 5. You see him make light work of the 2 car, who was also hard in the wall, goes to 37. Holcomb.
Uh-oh.
He gathers it up.
And I will say, I think we didn't need to mention, this is a double points race. I think this is double points tonight.
Just adding more drama to the rest of the field here at Dover. Go back, take a look at this 5 car there. You can see Sludge there in that 43. Trying to make up. Now there is Mike RPM there underneath the alley sign. So there is quite some distance that needs to be made up by the 5 car, but he has a clean racetrack ahead of him. So he's going to catch these guys there, not like what we would expect with lap traffic here. He's going to nip them off one at a time. And I believe he definitely has, with 22 laps remaining, that is more than enough time for the 5 car. So I like the strategy made by the 14 car. Get the most out of your tires early. However, I don't know if it was enough with the pace that we've seen from the 5 car to beat that strategy of staying out late. So the tale of 2 strategies that could come to head here at Dover. Next time by, it will be 20 laps to go here in stage number 2. I'm going to take a quick break there, Nick, so we won't go anywhere. We just won't say anything here. We'll go NASCAR nonstop. If trouble breaks out, we will break in. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Welcome back to the GC Sports here live at Dover International Raceway. When we last left you, that 5 car there was about, I would say, half straightaway back behind that 14 of Flash 9. Now he's been able to catch up that and more. He's working on the back bumper for 3rd place of 8 car of Ward Burton in the 1 car Mike RPM. That 5 car, it's not a question of if, but when he arrives on the back bumper of that 14.
Yeah, and right now Mike RPM is just doing all he can to keep himself in the 2nd position. But right now, I don't think he was trying to. But you mentioned how far can you catch him? Can you catch him now and get the stage win, or do you have to like creep in on in?
Newest tires versus the oldest tires here. Flash 9 trying to extend. I had mentioned earlier about that streak. He's won a stage in every race so far this year. Will it be able to continue here at Dover, or Miles the Monster take a bite out of that in the shape of that 5 car? Because he is blazingly fast. He is there.
He is there. He's gaining on him. Here he comes. Can he get him? To the inside.
Flash 9, he's just not even going to attempt to block that there.
Yeah.
It's just so much of a difference between the older tires on the 14 and the newer tires on the 5 that there was just no way he was going to be able to block that. And now it's your bro Chase, who was winner of stage 1, looking made back-to-back here in that 5 car.
And you mentioned really, in there you see Flash 9 dropped yet another position. He dropped to 3rd. Now he dropped to 4th because Mike RPM may catch him here, but we don't know if he can catch him. But right now, a lot of time is to be progressed later in this race.
So less than 15 laps to go here in stage 2. You see a new leader there to 5, able to wrestle the lead away. How about the Ward Burton car? Another new face in this race. This season, that is. Both these guys making their first start here today and doing a great job so far against the veterans that have really applied the pressure here early in this season. That would be the 14 of Flash 9 and the 1 car of Mike RPM. The 8 and the 5 car holding strong. That 8 car we know already has the win, won the season opener at Kansas with a different driver.
Right now,
just behind this battle. Hey, look at some of the other drivers here having a good day. You can see the 40 running along the 5th position there in front of DK Brown. There's Racehead in that 8 car. The 2 car has slid back a little bit there. And then there's the 51. Remember, he had that earlier issue in the beginning of the stage after that caution. Has been able to work his way up solidly, picking up some positions there, but still not the type of day he wanted versus his Rick Racing teammate there, the 53 DK Brown.
And right now, I'm watching the race leader. He has got the 38, about to put him a lap down. We're coming to maybe less than 10 laps to go in stage number 2.
On board with Bad Fast here in that 2 car. With that issue, as we get 8 laps to go, make it 7 next time by. Want to quickly mention that we also news here today that for those of you that might have been fans of Bear, the world leader here, unfortunately he will not be a part of this league moving forward. Want to quickly mention that as well. It's your bro Chase trying to make some light work of that 38 car as he gets across the stripe. It'll be 5 laps to go in stage number 2.
And I tell you what, right now, once we hit stage 3, it's going to be a crazy longer stage because think about it. It's going to be like the closing laps of 100. Here you go, the 38. The Beast lets him by. He's like, all right, well, I don't really want to battle, so I'm going to let you have it. So 4 laps to go in stage number 2.
So I think what we've learned here in this stage here is, although it'd be beneficial to try and get the most out of those tires there, you'll pick up quite a position there on the early half of the run. The later half, it's really not going to work out in your favor. We see it prevail for the 5 car. It did not work for the 14, who's now fallen all the way back into the 4th position. He's actually in 3rd.
3 to go this time
5 car
by.
playing strategy here, doing a great job.
Yep, and we are coming down the backstretch. 2 laps to go this time by. Will, you know, this is my first time doing A customs. It's 2 to go, and boy, I tell you what, he probably will get a he will win a stage and keep that streak alive.
Well, it would be the 5 car is actually the one that has ruined that possibility for the 14 car.
Oh, okay. See, I'm new to this stuff.
This time it'll be 2 laps to go here, but this 5 car, as I mentioned there earlier, he's done a great job keeping that car clean, keeping true to his strategy. Did not panic at all when the rest of the field went down pit road. Many drivers might have thought that he was reacting too late. Turns out he was reacting perfectly on time. Now with 1 lap to go on the stage here.
Oh, he hits the wall.
Just skipping the wall there, but has enough of a gap there that's not going to really hurt him too much.
Yep, and 1 lap to go. And here we go, coming down the backstretch for one last time here in stage number 2. And coming off 3 and 4. Probably your bro Chase is going to win stage number 2. And that number 5, he wins stage 2 here in the Monster Mile.
Now back here virtually, we see the 18 car actually come off of pit road. Wonder if there was an issue here for Racehead here. But back here in the summer of 2020, in the real world, Hendrick Motorsports went 1, 2, 3, 4 with Alex Bowman getting the win here. So Hendrick Motorsports, this is a track that they have known to circle on their schedule here as a place they can win. I know we try to make this as realistic as possible here, but that 5 car, a Hendrick Motorsport number, doing a great job trying to keep that streak even virtually alive. Make sure it continues here tonight.
Yes, and the all-time winner was a Hendrick Motorsports driver, and it's a 7-time champion of Jimmie Johnson, winning here 11 times.
Yeah, in fact, it was the last win of his career back in 2017 that we saw that 48 car piloted by 7-time champ Jimmie Johnson here to earn his final victory in the Cup Series so far. Rumor that car might be coming back, but we don't know. We do know he had the IndyCar full season ahead of him. We wish him the best of luck starting 2022. Green flag, though, is back out here. Stage 3 will be underway with 79 laps remaining and 1 more green flag pit stop. But will the lessons stage 2 apply and be learned for stage 3? We will find out as Bro Picks and the 8 car leave the rest of the field at bay.
And the winner tonight.
You see our pole setter there and has never really quite recovered from that earlier hit that sent him all the way to the bottom of the racetrack on the backstretch early in stage 2. Has just now cracked the top 5 here, battling hard with the 2 car on the outside.
The last time the 2 car won at Dover, 2012, with the same driver of Brad Keselowski, and he went on to win the championship. And that, remember, 2012 was the last year Dodge ever ran in NASCAR. Oh! 38 car gets loose! What a save! What a save by the Beast.
The Beast doing great things behind the wheel to keep that car out of the wall there. Unfortunately, it really translated it to moving up spots, but definitely piqued our interest here in the back half of the field there. The great save for the 38. The 43 car on board, he lost the spot to that 51 car Taddy. Has made a number of spots here early in the restart, trying hard to crack top 5 for the first time here tonight.
Oh boy, Aqua Taddy almost ran in the back of the 2 car of Marley. Wow, that would have been a very gutsy move there. But right now he is looking under the two of Marley. Can he make the pass? Yes, sir. He can. Oh!
Oh, Marley into the outside wall, and everybody's scatter in that second pack. You'll lose not two, but three positions there. Make it far. The 18 race head trying to get into the outside of them. It won't happen. But the two car, who was solidly inside the top 5, finds himself quickly out of it, just like that.
But you mentioned this is the final stage right now. One more pit stop, and then once we hit that final pit stop, it needs to be perfect. It needs to be right. You don't want to mess up on your entry. You don't want to mess up on the setup you're gonna put in, and you don't want to mess up on the exiting.
Richard Road Chase here has really hit the most laps here tonight. There's stage 1 and stage 2 just behind him. Rookie stripes on that 8 car there. Both drivers making the first start here tonight. 14 of Flash 9. To wonder what he learned from the 5 car. It's not going to go in just early as we saw in stage 2. Try to keep pace with that 5 car there. Gonna run long, deep in this run to keep the freshest tires he can on that automobile. Just behind him, you see Mike RPM in that 1 car just ahead of, as we ride on board the 43 car, in front of the 53, excuse me, the 51 of Aquatati.
Right now, I mean, Mike RPM, you know, we talked about how he led some laps tonight. Well, hopefully he can get himself back up there and probably get a win. And you know, this, like I said, this is my first time commentating a Customs. I don't think we've seen him go to victory lane yet this season.
It's still early, but he's always been a threat here. He typically is, no matter where we go, and he's running again solidly inside the top here. Just piloting on those stage points, trying to look for a great finish here as well. The 37 of B. Holcomb, we have seen him refine Wall more often than any other driver here today, but now he's bustling up to the inside of the pole center, taking a 7th place ticket as the 43 car actually found the outside wall in turn 2, moves another spot to race in at 18.
Just a tough night for our pole sitter, man. He led the first opening laps, and boy, I'm telling you, and another guy I'm keeping my eye on is the 44 of Robbie. Not a good run for him tonight here at Dover. Not, you know, I don't know, man. It's crazy to see not Mike RPM, but Robbie.
In the walls, the C1 Teddy there, hard in turn. Bad for that Richter racing machine. I don't know what happened. It looked like it just stepped out of him. That's going to go up pit road right here. Oh no, he gets back up on the race for the 50 car.
136 of 200. You gotta think
there might
now.
have been something wrong with the stream there of the 51. I wonder if that would be something that indeed sent that car wide. Because the stream as well has died there, so we'll eye on that story there later on. Meanwhile, we're a little blind as to how many laps there are to go here in this one. Up front, though, no change. You see the 5 car, Itcherboro Chase doing a great job, but that battle behind him. Heating up for second. Flash 9 has caught Ward Burton. Can he pass him?
And you mentioned right now, some guys are making their debut, and you mentioned how, and I think, yep, Aquatati looks like he has expired, lost an engine, done for the night.
That is bad and unfortunate. There's something just dramatically happened to the connectivity issue of that Rick race machine. That's the second time we've seen a Rick car have an issue with internet. Last week it was DK Brown. This week it will be Apple Taddy.
Boy, and I'm telling you,
that is sad.
That is very sad. And right now, it's your boy Chase. He's got maybe, I would say, maybe a 5 to 6 second lead. I don't want to, I'm not a good guesstimate guy, but he has got a great lead.
We'll try to get a word with Taddy there, try to figure out what exactly went wrong for him in that 51 there machine, but you can see him parked on pit road there, done for the night. Up front, still no change. 5-car leads the 8-car Ward Burton there by a significant lead. I would muster about 2.5, perhaps 3 seconds there. As this field continues to lay down the laps here. 200 laps goes by quickly here at Dover. As the Monster with the exception of that one issue to bring out our one and only computer-controlled caution of the night has been tamed so far. You have to wonder if he's saving up a bigger appetite later on after we seen the last yellow flag here tonight.
And right now, coming to green flag pit stops very, very, very soon. And I wouldn't say pit now, but we're coming to green flag stops maybe in a couple laps. And I'm telling you, tire wear is going to be an issue because right now we saw in stage 2 where the 5 of your bro Chase, he had the big lead and then, you know, pitted well after everyone else.
Yeah, I believe the one bad thing about being the last to pit is that you showed everybody in, right? And so what's happening in stage 2, I don't believe we see everybody dive on the pit as early as we saw in the previous stage. It's actually
Caution.
The yellow flag has come out.
Caution, something happened. Oh, looked like the 47 is Showtime. Showtime has a lot of damage.
And see TK Brown, that's laid some damage as well.
Oh boy.
KB Showtime in that 47 car, perhaps triggering our yellow. We don't know for sure, but this is going to restart here, and I don't know exactly how or what we have as far as lap count there.
Wow. That is unbelievable. I think, hold on, maybe we could check Robbie. I think Robbie has his. Let me check Robbie really quick.
Well, that'd be great. Get us as we get back up under the green flag here at Dover.
Of course we don't. Of course we don't. Robbie doesn't have his up. Lovely. I'm trying to think who else.
We'll still be with you to the end as we see 3 wide action there. The 43 had a look underneath the 18. Almost got ran into from behind there, but really clean as now Sludge in that 43 car gets underneath Holcomb in 37. They are side by side for 7th place. Holcomb into the outside wall. There's the 44 car in front of, I believe that's DK Brown. As the 14 of Flash 9 all over the back of the 5 car, I believe we're going to see things ramp up in front of the top 3. These guys cannot afford to let that 5 car get away this time.
And I am trying to see who else I can find. I did kind of look through Mike RPM. He does not have his stream up. Let me see. Let's see here. Who can we get?
Now, the other thing that we might be able to do there, Nick, is perhaps I can have him back out just a little bit and then accept one of those invites you can take quickly just to look, see how many laps we have on the screen there in the lobby. That could be able to tell us, at least give us a ballpark of what we could do there.
Yeah, for sure.
not missing much action though. The
No.
15 and the 1.
Oh, that's
Really
fine.
trying to give chase.
That's fine. So I am checking that right now. We have so it is 154 of 200.
So we are still outside of the fuel window here. That fuel window would open up in about 6 laps there, with 41 to go. I would say safely 39. So we're about 6 to 7 laps away from that window truly opening. 154. That is good to know. And the question then remains: what do you decide to take there, Nick? Because with that so short of laps, it being 6 to 7 laps outside of your fuel window, I don't believe we see guys take just 4 tires to cycle fuel that we were guaranteed there with our one and only green light stop. Now with another stop needed to be added, we see do drivers perhaps try to save some tires here on this run.
Oh, most definitely. And we just got word from Aqua Tatty. He said, I got destroyed and backed out, had a lot of damage.
Oh, that is unfortunate there. Gosh, did not come out.
And you just...
Yes, there. As we get there, we'll try to manually keep up here, but the fuel window should open up here about 3 or 4 laps.
I wonder if we could probably get him into here and see if we could... No, I'm trying to see if he could probably help us out, but we don't know to be 100. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, someone told me from... Oh, we got the... I'm trying to... Can I not? So I guess we got the 37 stream.
Oh, and there we go. With 41 laps to go, the fuel window is indeed open.
Billy Holcomb? Yep.
Yes.
Billy Holcomb, thank you so much for helping us out. Someone told me that DK Brown is an esports driver. I forget who he was. I heard rumors about that. I forgot. I thought I heard someone say that before to me.
That might be the case. I actually don't have the information on that there.
Oh, no worries, man.
37 car, a shout out though for doing that. Meanwhile, let's go back up to this battle brewing for second place there. Mike RPM has lost a little bit of touch with the 14. But now, under pressure from the 18 of Rigshead, who has found the outside wall numerous times, he and the 43 car. You know, there was an age-old adage talked about in the, I would say around the 2000s, early 2000s, about the bad luck of green cars. I don't know exactly what or how it came about. I always thought was famously broken with Bobby LeBlanc when from the championship. The green cars tonight, bad luck has played both the 18 and the 43 car and found the outside wall. Miles definitely had his way with it. Can the 18 and the 43 overcome it? They look like they've done so far. They're both inside the top 5. Running along in that 18 car, he is giving chase. This one, I think he's been around. Watch Ray said how he's using a line that not a lot of these guys have been able to have success with there, Nick. He's using that outside line to his advantage. Watch him in 1 and 2 the next time we go by if he stays there or if he decides to try and look under that one car.
Yeah, and you see right now, you mentioned, and a lot of guys to prefer the high side, some guys prefer the bottom lane, you know. For me, I don't really care which lane I prefer, but right now, I'm watching from the 18, and you know that one car of Mike RPM is blocking that run, and so We got someone coming on the pit road. We got the 38, the Beast. He's on pit road. We got another one on pit road. It looks like the DK Brown. He hits pit road, and here comes the 2-car of Bad Fast Marley. He hits pit road as well.
So it'll be 34 laps to go. These guys still have about 20 laps to go as far as their fuel will here. However, the gap that I mentioned earlier about being 6 or 7 actually been expedited there to about 14 laps. So that's still roughly what drivers could make if they decide to go on a 2-tire stop. I don't know if that's necessarily what they want to do, but the option is available to these drivers. I'm going to throw it back to you there, Nick. If you're one of these guys inside top 5, do you risk it and decide to take 2 tires on this last stop?
No. Honestly, no, because if you take 2 tires, think about your left sides. Think about your left side tires, you know. Those that, honestly, they could go by down, your left sides could go down faster than your rights. But think about it, your rights could also go down faster. For me, I would just take 4 tires. I've done this before, but I really don't usually take tires. But if it's a track like Dover, I would say take 4 tires. No matter what, if you lose time, you lose time. You can make that time up. But if you catch a caution, but I would say this: yes, take 2 tires. If you catch a caution, you can take those 4 tires, and then you'll be good to go.
We'll see what happens with the 1, the 14, 18, and the 43. They are all in the same boat, and that is they've got to figure out somehow how to jump over that 5-car of Interbro Chase, who has been able to keep about a 2.5-second lead in front of this gaggle of cars right behind him. Behind him, a guy that we expected that was having a good day there so far is that 8-car, Warren Burton. He has lost a significant amount of time there, but I will bring this up as well because I'm not quite sure exactly what's happening.
Here comes Flash 9 on pit road. Here comes the 14 of Flash 9.
Let's go back and take a look there. He was the first one on pit road at stage 2. Let's see what happens here. But that 8-car there, both our races this season, they have come down to fuel mileage. I don't believe these guys can make it on 14, but it would be interesting to see if anybody try and stretch it, and then perhaps does that to happens.
Sure, and you know, right.
The green flag ups are happening in the 14 car, just like stage 2. He's the first one on pit road.
And we see the 47 of Showtime. He hits pit road as well. So, right now, when do you see the... I don't think the 5-car... I think what the 5-car may do is do what he did in stage 2 and probably wait till everyone else pits.
You can see DK Brown. He's already had service done on that Rickware car. He's going to make light work as 1 car drives down pit road. You need not to make a mistake here. Both he and 18... really hot, but did a great job staying on the back bumper of that 1 car there as he enters pit road to complete his last stop of the day.
And right
behind
now,
him, Holcomb in that 37 car is in.
Yep, Holcomb got on the pit road as well. Again, we do thank Billy Holcomb. We do thank you so much for giving us a lap counter since Aquatati had DNF'd. We do thank you, buddy, for that. And
there'll be 25 laps to go here. That's both the 1 and the 18. The 18 actually is going to be able to leap in front of the 1 car, so a great pit stop there for Racehead. All this happening behind the 5 car of It's Your Bro Chase, who continues to lead here
And right now, what everyone else has got to do, I mean, you mentioned like coming to 25 laps to go. This is 24 to go, I believe. 24 laps to go, you know, I would think maybe you got to pit now. I mean, here comes the 5 of It's Your Bro Chase. As I mentioned, here he comes. The race leader is going to hit pit road. Will he be able to get his pit stop and a splash and go, or 4 tires and fuel?
Yeah, I believe he's going to take that 4 tire and fuel there. There's no reason to upset the race car. It has been flawless all night long. It's Your Bro trying to keep that Hendrick Motorsport streak alive in the virtual world there, but doing a great job so far. Winner of stage 1 and stage 2.
Mike RPM is battling the 18 and the 2. Right now, Mike RPM has just got to get around the 18. He is just like, alright, well, I don't know how I'm going to get around this 18. And I'm telling you, this guy's been in my... Whoa! Whoa! 47 just threw him up into the wall.
That's going to be unfortunate. You see the 14 actually get by the 5. Road pace here. He's going to lose a couple of spots here, but we've seen this story before. It's only a matter of time before he works his way back up to the bank.
Right now, I think you mentioned really well, we've seen this story already. I mean, stage 2, here comes the 44 of Robbie Racing. He makes his final pit stop, but right now, that 5 car probably, your boy Chase, you know, hopefully he can catch back up with only less than 20 laps to go.
To the 43 car there as well. He'll be on the retire. The rest of the people inside the top 10. It's last 9 where he is in relationship to the 53 of DK Brown, who actually might be the leader.
Let's check from Billy Holcomb really quick. Let me see. Can we actually get Billy Holcomb's?
Actually, it's the 8 car there. So the 8 car, as I mentioned there earlier before this track, he has not gone down pit road. This is going to be a tall order. I don't know exactly what the style is, whether he's trying to save fuel to make it toward the end, or just tire wear. But he's going to have to stretch that about 14 laps. He has not been on the pit road yet.
Right now, it is only coming.
Here actually, he's actually on the throttle here, and keep in mind, a green flag pit stop puts you down 2 laps. He'll at least have lapped the field 1 time, but with how much time he's giving up these tires there, I don't know if it's going to be enough. We'll keep an eye on it, as he currently is the leader in this 8 car.
Yeah,
although you had to do something different than that 5 car who's just been dominant tonight.
Sure, and you see right now it is coming to 15, maybe 14 to go, and there you see lets the 44 of Robbie Racing go. He lets the 44 go, and I don't know, will Ward Burton win tonight, or will a pit stop ruin that race? But yet, a lot of guys know how to save at certain tracks for personal reasons. I'd say this guy can make it. If he can make it, he can make it. If he can't, well, I don't know what to tell you.
This is going to be asking a bit much, though, out of these, not only fuel cell, but the tire. I know these guys are on custom setups here, so maybe something disagrees with him in that car, able to put it into a higher gear there, use that 4th gear to his advantage.
And I'm right now looking, here comes that 5 of your bro Chase. Here comes the 8 car, loses that lead, and here comes the...
Oh, way up the racetrack. These guys are also, that's all to get these guys 1 lap back, as you see the 5 wrestle the lead, or what would be the lead of the 14, but the 8 car still has it. But he only has now. The question is, will these guys be able to lap him again? He's going to have to be very consistent. He still has to save fuel and be fast doing it. I find that almost to be an impossible task. You can do one or the other, usually not both, though.
Oh, most agreed.
You see him trying to get out of the way, and he lost a ton of time there to that pack there that's just flying by. And they're almost a quarter way in front of him, quarter of a lap ahead. It's not going to be very long. That 5 car, fresher tires there. I don't think that 8 car has the time to keep those guys behind him.
No, he doesn't. I think right now, and I'm trying to get I am trying to look really quick from Billy Holcomb really quick, and he doesn't.
It'll be 9 laps to go. So yeah, 9 laps to go. All these guys that are passing the 8 car are on the lead lap. So we'll keep an eye on the 8 car there. Where the 5 of It's Your Bro Chase is, though, that will be. Here he is all the way on the backstretch. That is a taller actually for 8 laps to go. I'm telling you, man, if that 8 car can get it done, it'll be the second time RCR goes to victory lane in this series and with its second driver in 3 races.
And I tell you what, I'm in that 8 car for CD Sliders, and you know, I've said this before, whoever drives the 8 car in any series in A or B, they're doing a better job than I am.
So Ward Burton trying to bring to head what would be the 3rd fuel mileage strategy to win this season long out of 3 races here, but the second for RCR and the second win for that 8 car with its second driver. A lot of twos. Did you get all that? 6 laps to go.
6 to go, and boy, I'm telling you right now, It's Your Bro Chase. He's coming to the start-finish line right now. He's
half lap away. But that 8 car is going strong. The question is, does he have the time? Does he have the tire wear to hang on to this position?
5 to go. It's all for the marbles now with 5 laps to go.
Before, and the Bro Chase the 5 car. I wish we had that tracker there that Fox and NBC are able to show you there right where that logo is, because Bro Chase is closing in fast.
And right now, I'm telling you, the 8 car, I think, is coming to 3 laps to go.
Yes, he is.
3 to go. I'm telling you, boys of NASCAR, this could be the most craziest Dover race we've ever seen in the history of NASCAR.
Making it the most here out of what was a 14-lap deficit to the rest of the field. If he can able to stretch this, all he needs is 2 more miles to go, asking that out of the tank.
2 to go. Can he make it? He's got 2 laps to go.
Taking a look behind him, there's nothing but that 2 car there right behind him. And now in real NASCAR world, you cannot have anybody push you across the start-finish line. So if he runs out of gas, you cannot have that 2 car right behind him. We'll see what happens, but we will end the race on this lap. If you take a look here, white flag in the wind, 1 lap to go for the 8 car, Ward Burton.
Can he do it? He's got 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
2 car, he's going to let that 2 car go by. He remembers
down the
back
backstretch
there from last week. But the 8 car, the second time this
Are
season,
you kidding me?
Driven by a new driver, first
Career
debut
win.
is going to end in victory lane. Ward Burton gets it done at Dover.
How about that? A crazy race. Unbelievable. The 5 will finish second. Your Bro Chase will finish second. How about that? Ward Burton gets the job done at Dover, and as you mentioned it, a first-time winner at his debut race. How about that?
10 seconds. Each one of these wins here, this series, has had a mighty deficit to overcome there on the last lap due to fuel mileage. It's all come down to fuel mileage. The guys that have dominated the races this season have yet to visit victory lane. It's been the guys that have been able to get the most out of their fuel cell to every last drop, being able to make it to the win.
I bet you right now he is excited. He is probably emotional right now, getting his first career GC Sports A Custom victory, and at Dover International Speedway. And it was double points, ladies and gentlemen.
We're going to get the 8 car there. Unfortunately, we won't have time to talk to all of our drivers here tonight there, as I have to step out there myself. But congratulations there to Bro Chase here. He made the most out of his debut as well. And I believe Flash 9 got it in the 3rd position there against the rest of the field. Let's see if we can get that 8 car in for the 2nd time this season with its 2nd driver. We're going to try and get him in there. Sorry, just one sec while we blue screen. You know, that's actually already part of the Thursday broadcast because he was already in here calling the race there. So we'll see if he can get it, or if he's listening in, hopefully he can just hop in.
Yeah, I hope so.
How about that race, though? I mean, that was great.
That was amazing. That's unbelievable. My first GC Sports A custom. That was amazing. I never thought I'd say this, but that was unbelievable. I mean, I would never have thought I'd say this, but what a race! And I just don't know how that. I thought it was going to run out, and then he was going to, like, you know, Vegas. That's like other tracks where you gotta like coast to the line.
Well, he had piqued my interest there, running along there, giving up time. It was just a question of could he make it the most out of it, out of those 2 laps that it takes to get there. And that's why we love racing. That's why we tune in every lap. You never know what's going to shake out.
Oh, for sure.
Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to talk to our winner here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, there, unfortunately. But I do want to give a great shout-out to Warburton. He did a great job there, as I had mentioned already. Earlier, we called a race together. And that was the first race of the season at Kansas. He was able to learn something from Picola and put it to use quite well here tonight at Dover there. So I want to wish him the best of luck. But unfortunately, we're going to have to end this broadcast here kind of short. I must hop off there, but from everyone here, Aquatati there, GCS Sports, and I want to thank you, Nick, for coming in here as well. We had a great race here tonight. I appreciate being able to call these races right here. It's always something new here on NASCAR 85. It's always so exciting. From all of us, hope you join us next week. Don't know what we have in store, but I guarantee you, you're not going to want to miss the ending, because if you miss that, you missed a bunch. So from everyone here for GCS Sports, so long. We will talk to you guys next time.